Welcome to the latest episode of Papal Profiles. This week we look at Innocent III, Pope from 1198 to 1216. Innocent initiated two very historically significant events that have had a ripple effect on Christianity across the centuries, one of which continues to plague the Church's strained relations with other Christian denominations. The first event that Innocent set in motion, which I will mention in passing but not go into detail, was the massacre of the Gnostic Christian Cathars when he launched the Albigensian Crusade against the sect from 1209 to 1229. Innocent had no illusions about what he was unleashing, noting that, quote, "wounds that do not respond to the healing of poultices must be lanced with a blade," unquote. Further, he warned non-Cathars who did not oppose them were risking forfeiture of their lands, stating, "Catholic inhabitants must be put in their place, given that their protectors and defenders are more dangerous than the heretics themselves." However, by 1213 Innocent was not pleased with the scale of violence, cancelled the Crusader indulgences previously granted, and scolded the two Crusade leaders, writing, "You have extended greedy hands into lands which have no ill reputation for heresy. You have usurped the possessions of others indiscriminately, unjustly, and without proper care." Unquote. The crusade came to an end with the Treaty of Paris in 1229, when Count Raymond VII of Toulouse agreed to prosecute heretics in his lands. The prosecution of heretics brings us to the second set of events that Innocent put in motion, as he called the Fourth Lateran Council in 1215, and the Church's orders to European nobility to prosecute heretics was one of the requirements to come out of the council. Canon 3 derives directly from the Albigensian Crusade, and it codified consequences for those who opposed Church teachings, as it required secular rulers to punish anyone the clergy deemed to be an unrepentant heretic. Secular rulers who ignored the Church's directives were to be excommunicated, and as with the provision declared in the Dictatus, the Pope would absolve the people of their allegiance, quote, "and may offer the territory to be ruled by Catholics, who on the extermination of the heretics may possess it without hindrance and preserve it in the purity of faith." However, it was Canon 1 that would have the most profound impact on subsequent history, as this canon declared for the first time in church doctrine that the communion wine and bread literally transubstantiated into the blood and body of Jesus. Given this new belief was a stretch of the imagination that it conferred radically new powers on the priesthood, and it was not biblically based, it was naturally rejected by many with lethal consequences for some. Regarding the lack of scriptural authenticity for transubstantiation, the contemporary Scottish priest and philosopher Duns Scotus wondered why the Church would adopt such a difficult doctrine when simpler explanations would work better. In the end, given a Church Council had declared it, and the Church claims it is guided by the Holy Spirit, Duns accepted literal transubstantiation must have been divinely inspired. Denial of literal transubstantiation was used as a weaponized charge against the Bohemian reformers Jan Hus and Jerome of Prague in 1415, who were both burned at the stake for denying it, though neither had ever opposed it. Literal transubstantiation was also one of the major doctrines to be challenged during the Protestant Reformation. Lastly, the most sinister changes were Canons 68 to 70, which mandated the wearing of distinctive clothing for Jews and Muslims, forbade Jews from holding public office, or allowing converted Jews to return to their original faith, respectively. The Catholic Church had mandated, quote, "We decree that such Jews and Saracens of both sexes in every Christian province and at all times shall be marked off in the eyes of the public from other peoples through the character of their dress." Thus, we can see a direct link from this council canon to how it was used against Jews under Hitler and Mussolini. Catholic apologists who deny anti-Semitism played a role in the Holocaust would do well to take note of this fact. Indeed, one of Mussolini's lieutenants claimed as much, that Italy's racial laws were simply based on Catholic teachings but were less strict, as the fascists didn't confine Italian Jews to the ghetto, as the popes had ordered in the Middle Ages. Based on linguistic analysis of the council canons, scholars speculate that Innocent wrote them all himself and no debate was held at the council. This council and its impactful changes were simply rammed through by an all-powerful pope without any input from the bishops, who simply rubber-stamped Innocent's radical new doctrines. Thanks for watching. Please check out the other videos on my channel if history is your thing, and see you next time.